No.
Hey guys, Cam from 15, join with my co-host, the Red Wolf, and we are back with another episode review of Dragon Ball Daima. As we're getting the last few bits of Dragon Ball Daima, because it will be ending soon. Hmm.
Yep.
But we're getting to the climax of the story, and this episode we don't see. Well, we get some action, but not some major action. But we just have it to where it's kind of like our heroes going up against the armada that is Gomah's forces.
Yes. We see them struggling against a bunch of soldiers with laser guns, which I don't know what those laser guns have inside. I'm assuming because even Goku's having. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a kid, but come on.
Yeah. That's the thing. Realistically, if we're being honest, nothing big happens in this episode outside of getting some backstory of how Dabura became the Demon King, and then Hibis giving up the third eye to this Toa looking
She
individual.
doesn't even. She doesn't even look like Toa. No, not
Well,
even.
the blue skin.
It looks green. She looks a little green to me.
Green. Are you
Yeah.
colorblind?
Are you colorblind?
No, she looked blue, bruh.
No, she looked green, some bluish green.
You must be blind or something.
Ugh.
I am sure she was blue. She has the
Um,
same skin color tone as Toa does in Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Not even, no.
You must be colorblind. Oh my god. I bet I could show the image to a lot of people I know and they would say blue.
Uh, okay.
Anyways, and that's kind of it right there. But yeah, you kind of have it to where it's kind of like, I guess you could say, Star Wars S. They're shooting back at the people who are, I guess you could say, stormtroopers, right? Um,
Mm.
Goku and company, they do their best to use their ki blasts and everything, but there's like times in these instances where, like, it's not just Goku, but Vegeta even gets shocked by these guns. Like, at first, Goku gets shot by the gun, and he's like, ugh, and he's all paralyzed for a bit. And then Vegeta's like, please, I'm just gonna charge through.
Those guns aren't gonna work on a Saiyan. Yeah, he starts key blasting all over until he gets shot by a gun also and starts getting paralyzed. Uh,
Yes.
Yeah, at that moment when Vegeta got knocked back, when he mentioned the bugs, I was like, you have one of those bugs, and I thought he was talking about the fusion bugs, but no, he was just talking about the revival bugs.
I don't
When
even think he knows that he got fusion bugs on them.
I think Goku mentioned that to him, didn't he? Or
I have to go back and watch.
yeah, I can't remember if he mentioned that to him. Yeah, anyways, yeah, he got the revival bugs. He looked at it like he gave it that grossed out look, but he just sucked it up and swallowed it, and just like a sensu bean, he's all recovered.
Yeah, and he ate him, and he's back to full strength. But they're basically having some trouble and everything, making any ground on these troops or whatever. So that's the thing. We do cut over to Goma and Degasu. They're basically watching what's happening, and they're kind of seeing like, well, they're getting the upper hand and everything. But then they focus on a skill or a shot on Hibis, and they see his belt, and Goma's like, "Look at his belt! Look at his belt!" And Degasu's like, "What?" And he's like, "That's the third eye. They have the third eye too." And Goma, knowing that the third eye gives people immense power, he wants it that bad. So he basically goes and he tells Degasu, like, go out there and go get the third eye and bring it back.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and I guess can can Degasu change form?
Well, remember a few episodes ago. Okay, so what this leads into is the fact that at some point Hibis is hiding or whatever, and then again, like we mentioned earlier, this Toa-looking demon girl shows up, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing? Do you think I could have your belt?" And Hybis is like, you mean this? Well, if you give me your hat, then I'll trade you the belt.
Now, this I do remember. It did not go like that. She says, if you give me that belt, I'll give you a kiss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then yes, Hyde is like, no, you think I don't want that. And then he says, I do, however, want your hat. We can trade. Like, yeah, and after they make the trade, she was all like, well, well, it worked out, but I'm a little insulted.
Yes. Why Hybis wanted that big ass hat, I have no idea. He's a very interesting character. The fact
Mhm.
that he traded a freaking hat for a belt, I don't think that's a fair trade because technically you need belts to keep your pants up.
I
But
mean,
also we do find well, this is actually in the this is actually in the backstory of the third eye thing. We'll talk about how we ended up getting it, right? But going back to this girl, um she looked like Toa. I saw her, I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, is this Toa when she's like 6?
honestly, guys, I don't see the resemblance between her and Toa. She looks nothing like Toa to me. I'll be honest.
It's the skin. Maybe
Not
that's an homage, and maybe it's a reference to, oh yeah, hey, if you play Dragon Ball Xenoverse, here's a girl that looks just like Toa.
Does she look like Toa, guys? Because I think not. Not even skin tone looks not even close. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys want to roast me, go ahead and roast me. But I don't think she looks anything like Toa.
I probably should take that off my screen because I'm not trying to get copy restricted. But she looks like Toa to me.
Whatever.
Not in the hair, but the skin color most definitely. But what my friend is saying, and what I was thinking, I'm like, wait, is this Degasu? Now remember, a few episodes ago, Supreme Kai did confirm that Kais do not have, or Glins, that's their race, but I'm calling it whatever, the Glins, right? He did confirm Glins don't have a gender. So they can be female or male. So, for all we know, maybe this is Degasu's girl form, and he can just change his body structure into a female. Now, how he's able to do that, I don't know. Now, if this is the case, this is some random freaking demon chick, I don't know. It would be pretty funny if out of the blue, just throwing it out there, Toriyama just wanted to do this for shits and giggles. It would be funny if that was fucking actually Toa, but just younger. Because remember, Dabura is her brother.
Not as interesting of a plot device that is. You have to wonder how old Toa would really be at that right there.
Well, remember, demons can live for
Yeah,
thousands.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So,
So,
again,
I would imagine she would still look the same.
well, who knows? Remember, the Dragon Ball Xenoverse timeline takes place far, far in the future. You keep forgetting that.
I'm not forgetting. That's why I'm saying it.
So, for all intents and purposes, if hypothetically, if it was Toa, this would probably be Toa when she's younger. But then again, who knows? I personally say Dr. Arensu is more of a homage or a respect to Toa because she's a mad scientist and she's hot. Because Toa is a scientist and she's hot. Just different skin color. But this, I feel like you can make the case. We'll throw this nice little blue demon girl. Maybe people are like, is that Toa? Or is that just some random blue girl? But this could be Degasu. This could be Degasu. I don't know. Because the next episode title is titled Degasu. And he looks like he's about to shoot Dende. But I don't know. We'll see. But presumably, we think this is Degasu, so he gets the third eye. Now, we don't see like any internal monologue or nothing outside of like, I never thought it'd be that easy. I'm kind of insulted. And this girl doesn't insist like it's Degasu, so we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we even cut over to Degusu returning to Goma.
And he doesn't even
Um,
bring up the third eye situation.
he just gave that look like,
Like he gonna turn on him or something.
yeah, like what does he want now?
So I guess this is gonna have to be a future episode. It's gonna be eventually revealed who it is. Now again, like I said, for some odd reason, this actually was Toa. I'm like, unless they're doing this as a tease to Dragon Ball Xenoverse, or unless that means they're gonna go when they go back to Super for the manga, is this a sign of saying, oh, Toa's finally gonna become canon? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. All theories, right? Anyways. We get the backstory about the third demon eye, which leads into also the backstory about how Dabura took over the demon realm and became the demon king. So the narrator basically explains about the demon eye, the demon eye, and the fact that if you have in possession of it, you basically are like super strong and you're granted this power, right? So Dabura's father, Abura, who is a very fat man, he had this, and he had the third eye on the top of his forehead like he's freaking TN cosplaying. Just more eyeball, right?
Yeah.
And he basically was the ruler of the demon realm. They basically made it sound like he was no peaceful citizen, no peaceful ruler. He basically ruled with an iron dictator fist, right? And eventually we cover to Dabura, and he's coming up with this plan. And shockingly enough, he's not a good son either. He actually wanted to overthrow his father. And he had a plan to steal the third eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he basically gets one of the minions to be like, hey, go to my father's throne, grab it, take it, and then come back and give it to me because he wanted to take over. Or actually, he just wanted the third eye to be taken away realistically, right? Because he wanted to take the throne. And he could never do it because his father was so strong because of the third demon eye, right? So his bodyguard does that. The alarm system goes off. He ends up flying away, and he goes to the second demon world, but you have some of Abura's men trailing from behind him. You see the Kraken thing again. He is able to evade the Kraken, but crash lands into Demon World 3. And then he breaks out and he's like, I'm finally free. I got the damn eye and I'm going to be happy. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he sees a guy with a hammer and he gets crushed. And he loses the third eye somewhere in the third demon.
Yes, and Dabura is like,
Hmm.
come in. Come in.
I wonder what.
I wonder what happened. Well, whatever. It's gone now, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So what ended up happening later on is because of Abura losing the third demon eye, Dabura was strong enough to defeat his father. I'm guessing he killed his father, which is kind of fucked up when you think about it.
Yeah, and that's where he takes over as the new demon king.
Yes. So they don't explain how did Bobbity get him, so my best guess is Bobbity must have went to the demon realm and he must have got control of Dabura.
Well, anyone with evil in their hearts, they're pretty easily manipulated by Bobbity. And we all know what happens later on in Dragon Ball Z, where Dabura gets defeated by Majin Buu. So we all know that. So
Yes. So that's basically it. Now, Hyabus ended up finding the damn eye just in the grass, and he's like, oh. And then he literally stuck it in his belt.
he, yeah. Honestly, I know technically in order for the third eye to, to give you ultimate power, it should be like at the very top of your head, but I thought it would be interesting if it still gave Ibis some ultimate power if it's just on his belt.
Yeah. So yeah, we do cut to Dr. Ansu, and she's just like, everything's all according to plan. I'll get my Dragon Ball soon. So there's that storyline. But basically, what happens is Goku and company are still fighting. These tanks show up, and they look like they're about to do this crazy blast at them. But lo and behold, Pansy's father comes in the nick of time to save them. It looks like they end up getting blown up by these tanks. Pansy's all worried, but they're a-okay. They all launch out in a freaking all-out frontal assault on Gomah's army.
This whole army fight is actually giving me like flashbacks of Kid Goku versus the Red Ribbon Army.
Well, that's the point. That's the thing.
Well, that's the point. God dang it, Cameron! Stop ruining the mood.
Well, this show is paying its respects to the original series. That's the whole point of the show.
Anyways, guys.
Yes. So, they come in. Goku finally turns Super Saiyan because I'm watching the episode legitimately. I'm like, can we just go Super Saiyan and this shit like right now? Goku, Vegeta, what are we doing? If that was my one nitpick / critique, I'm just like, if they just go Super Saiyan, they can finish these dudes off fairly easily and get to where they need to get to.
They're just sandbagging at this point.
So, yes, I'm eating lifesaver gummies. Chill out, people. So you have that happening, and basically they defeat it, and the episode ends off there, and they're looking to charge on to go save Dende. So yeah, it's still gonna be interesting whenever Glorio defects and tries to take both Dragon Balls so we can get to Dr. Aaron Su. And yeah, but seemingly enough, the next episode title is called Degasu, so I'm guessing Supreme Kai is going to finally meet his brother for the first time in probably hundreds and thousands of years.
Yep.
We do see in the preview, he's got a gun holding to Dende, baby Dende's head. So, I don't know. Maybe he's finally turned on Gomah, and he's like, enough of your bullshit. I know I'm stronger than you. Which, it would be good for Degasu to finally step out of Gomah's shadow and stop being his bumbling minion.
It is said that he's ambitious. But what kind of ambitions does he have in mind?
I never would have thought that the Supreme Kai's siblings were, I guess, evil.
Yeah.
So, hey, I never suspected the Supreme Kai having a sister that is hot as hell, just like Toa. What?
Doesn't have a gender.
I don't give a fuck. She's woman.
Okay.
Anyways, we're gonna go. Guys. Give me that like the video. I'm gonna hit that little subscribe button. And
Ladies and gentlemen, Camry 15.
hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Ball content or any other anime content added to the channel. Hit the subscribe button to my co-host channel. In probably about a day, maybe even late tonight, he's gonna drop his finale of his Stellar Blade playthrough that he finished.
That's right. It's a long video because I had so many hiccups along the way, but I put a lot I put a lot of effort into the editing to make it as beautiful and as funny as possible. So please press the like button. Why is the like button blue?
My ass gonna be watching a 2-hour video of you getting rage quitting.
Could potentially be 3. Could potentially be 3. That's how long. That's how much I was struggling.
You wonder why? If you wonder why this video is gonna maybe get a little views, the length is that's why. That's a fucking live stream, my guy. Like, you live streamed it on Twitch.
My live streams get more views than these Stellar Blade videos, man. What do you mean?
Anyways, I'm done. I'm getting out of here. I gotta go do my laundry. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day or your night when trying this video. If you live in California, stay warm because it's raining as hell and it's cold.
Yeah, although we kind of needed it after all those fiery times
Always.
we had.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, till then, guys, peace.